Hey you guys, so today's video is going to be my best of beauty skincare devices or beauty devices. I thought about doing hair devices because I did pick up 2 Dyson products this year, but I will cover those in more of a dedicated review later on. So all of these are geared towards skincare. If you've been watching my channel for a long time, like we'll say even back in like 2019, early 2019, you will have heard me talk about how much I love facial devices, and I had a great year with them. Some companies were kind enough to send me them. I partnered up with companies, but the thing is, every single one of these I'm talking to you guys about today was a game changer in my skin, and I can tell a full-blown difference in how it looked this time last year before I picked up these products. In fact, here's the before. Nothing wrong with it. My skin actually looks pretty nice on this day, I'm not gonna lie. But you can kind of see this kind of like drawn, droopy, long kind of thing going on. No tea, no shade. That's just what was going on with my skin. It was fine. It's fine then. It's fine now. But with consistent use of these skincare devices and implementing things like facial manipulation and ice rolling, all kinds of different things in my routine, with my actual skincare routine itself, those topical ingredients I'm applying twice a day, I've noticed a huge difference in like the appearance of kind of that droopy, saggy thing we're talking about, because I don't currently struggle too much with wrinkles. I mean, I have a little bit of fine lines right here on my eyes, but outside of that, I don't really have much to say as far as wrinkles are concerned. But for me, it's been a loss of firmness issue. It's been droopy face. So I can tell a pretty big difference, me myself, with the overall kind of like lift in my face, just a more youthful appearance overall, and I attribute it greatly to these products. I am going to tell you right now that in this video, I'm going to try to throw a lot at you, more than just my opinions, but actually what I researched about this, because with skincare in particular, I find that most people don't really care so much about my opinion. They just want the hard facts and the science. And while I'm not professionally educated in any of these ways, I've been passionately learning about skincare for many, many, many years. And while I can only attest to what has worked for me personally, I'm not recommending any product or modality to you guys today that I do not fully believe will help you. I lost that sentence. It just got away from me. All this stuff is going to help you a lot. So let's just get started. Oh, also before we get started, this is a series. There are 2 other best of beauty videos either already out or coming. There is a makeup one and a skincare product one. So again, these are devices, skincare devices. They are probably my biggest love in the beauty space is devices. I love that they kind of merge that benefit of skincare and maybe an in-office treatment. So it's like somewhere between the two. It's going to do more than your skincare could do. It's not going to do quite what an in-office treatment can do, but it's that boost, that extra bit of consistent exposure to these modalities will change your skin. Let's start off with my first one, the one you've seen me use on Instagram a ton because it's just hilarious to look at, I think. And it always freaks my husband out when he comes in a room and did not expect to see this on my face. And that is my OmniLux Contour Red Light Mask. I've had this one literally for almost a year. I think I got it in January of 2021. So it's been a full year of consistent red light therapy. Apparently what you need to look out for when you're buying one of these masks, because tons of places have them. You can get them on Amazon now. But they're kind of a waste of money if the light is not able to do what it's intended to do. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the actual type of light in this one, and then I'll talk about the benefits of red light in general. So OmniLux has got about 20 years of research backing it. Again, a big selling point for me. I mean, I can't say it's a selling point because this was gifted to me, but I wanted this one in particular, and I reached out to the company to see if they would gift it to me, because everything I learned about this really signaled to me that this is the way to go. Also, I heard about this from the organic esthetician. Her name is Katie. I will link her down below. She's a great skincare channel if you're curious, but she was talking about this and everything she recommends I want. So that's kind of what drew me towards this one in particular. I did want to tell you how actually red light works, because you hear all the time how much of it a really hot modality it is. You can get it done at spas. Every facial I get, I think I get hit with light therapy of some kind. Oh, sorry, one of my devices is going off. But it is such a hot topic right now. And again, there are so many different types. I recommend a mask. I see lots and lots of wands coming out. I went down that road. Don't like it. You will use a mask so much more. I use this thing 3 times a week at least. And the difference in my skin when I'm consistent with it versus when I'm not is unreal. One of the main benefits that I notice from it is its ability to heal my skin a lot and also reduce inflammation. So things like redness and acne, anything like that. Red light, even blue light is better for acne, it is. But even still, if you just have red light, it's going to cause a noticeable increase in your skin's ability to heal itself and calm that inflammation. Near infrared light in here is the one that does the collagen elastin stimulation, which is what makes your skin look so plump and youthful, man. Like, this makes your skin so beautifully glowy immediately after use. But again, pull this thing out 3 times a week for a month, take a before and after. I defy you to tell me you haven't noticed huge changes in your skin. Now, the way that the red light process itself works, let's talk about that really quickly. It is a 5-step process. The first step is that visible, red, and near infrared light is absorbed into the skin and the dermis. Then the mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell, absorbs the light and converts it into energy for cellular activity. Now, step 3, the increased cellular activity produces a cascade of reactions called secondary reactions. The 4th step is that the secondary reactions include the increased production of collagen called collagenesis and elastin. And then the 5th and final step, the new collagen forms within the dermis, resulting in plumper, smoother, and more radiant skin. So I've said this before, again, you can go to a spa and get that red light treatment, but it is something that the more you do it, the better it is. So while I'm not going to poo-poo on the level of the professional kind of lights that you can get as an esthetician versus ones that are at home, there is a difference. I do think that maybe going and getting your in-office LED and then kind of supplementing with something like this at home is where you're truly going to see those benefits. It's really, in my opinion, not something you're going to see massive differences with when you just go for like your once a month facial. So that's just my opinion. But if you are considering getting a red light mask of any kind, do your research. Again, these things are not cheap. This one was $400. I was so kindly gifted it, but I'm not taking it lightly just because I didn't pay for it. I know $400 is a lot of money, and I would never tell you guys to pick something up that's this expensive if I didn't fully sign, seal, deliver, co-sign. Like, I believe and stand by this product so much. All the information for it is down below. I might have a discount or affiliate code. If I do, I'll leave it down there, but I don't make $1 off of it. It's just to pass the savings along to you. And I highly, highly recommend this, guys. So next I want to move on to Microcurrent and also to today's sponsor, which is 7E Wellness. I told you guys earlier in the holiday season that I had plans to work on a few videos with 7E Wellness, and the last video that we were scheduled to do together, I was having a really hard time figuring out how to create content around it because I have talked about this machine so much, and we're going to talk about it again today, but I couldn't figure out how to highlight the product and how much I love it and how much I think you guys will love it outside of putting it in a best of beauty video. So while this video is partially sponsored by 7E Wellness, you guys will hear me talk about this company and this product line well past the point of me making sponsored content with them, because in terms of skincare devices, the ones I have the most experience with that I've been doing the longest are facial rollers and microcurrent. I bought my first microcurrent device in early 2019. It was the new face. I actually bought 2 new faces. It's a long story. I'll tell you another day. And I did like it at the time because it's kind of like when you get a new skincare ingredient. Your skin's never seen it, never seen what it can do for you. So that first moment of transformation seems so big, right? Like, you cannot believe this product or this tool is able to deliver this result. It's just the best thing since sliced bread. And then you try something a little different. So New Face is the one that everyone tries. You know, it's at Sephora, it's at Nordstrom. They have a big budget for marketing. And while I did enjoy the tool at the time, okay, I really did think it was a good microcurrent machine until I got the 7E MyoLift Mini. And that's this guy right here. In terms of the overall goal I'm looking for and what I'm highlighting in this video being a lifted appearance, a more youthful, lifted, plump appearance to the skin, you cannot go wrong with Microcurrent. You just can't. The benefits are enormous. And instead of me getting super into just what this thing can do, which I'll talk about later, I did want to talk a little bit about Microcurrent and how it works. And particularly with the MyoLift, they use something called true Microcurrent. And apparently the main difference between Microcurrent and like the true Microcurrent and the pinch and hold technique that you're able to do with the MyoLift Mini is that it can hold the facial muscles to target the microcurrent directly into the belly of the muscles that you're trying to re-educate. I told you I'm reading straight from the notes. I didn't want to mess anything up today. So what they mean with the pinch and hold is, unlike the new face, which is kind of similar to something like this, where it's just kind of running along the skin, you're actually able to pinch and hold the different areas of your skin that you want to re-educate. Is the one that's going to lift and tone your skin and charge that ATP. ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate. So you want to think about ATP as like a fully charged battery. And around the time you hit 35, things begin to change as the aging process begins. At this point, I am 35 by the way, this kind of hurts to read. At this point, the production of ATP in the cells begins to slow down and the cells stop performing at their full potential. The result is a reduction in your cell's ability to create collagen and elastin, and the muscle cells become lax and lose the energy to remain firm. So you have to think about it as your body is kind of operating like a half-charged battery. That is what Microcurrent is good for, but that's not even all of it. Here's what else it does. It stimulates dermal collagen production and increases elasticity. It tightens elastin and collagen matrix deep within the dermis layers. It reduces and constricts pore size. It improves moisture retention. It reforms facial muscles. It reduces photo damage. It minimizes laxity in neck muscles. It lifts and tightens muscles surrounding the eyes and forehead. It minimizes wrinkles. It tightens the skin, reduces redness, and improves skin texture. And it reduces puffiness and edema due to swollen lymph nodes. So there are so many benefits to Microcurrent as in general. As a modality, it's hot for a reason. The results you cannot argue with. They're immediate and long-term. You want to talk about immediate results? So I don't film anymore, you guys, unless I use MyoLift Mini first, because the difference I can tell in my face when I use this is unreal. I look 10 years younger. In fact, I've told the story a million times. I sold my best friend one of these right out from underneath me, basically. She came over. This is before I first started working with MyoLift, like before my first video went live. She was at my house. I was doing my MyoLift treatment. I said, hey, pop it down. Try this out too. She tried it, pulled out her phone, ordered one on the spot. Like, she loved it. I love it. It's just such a dope product, you guys. I can't stress enough. And again, because there are other microcurrent devices on the market, like there's the Foreo Bear, there's the New Face, there's the Zip. I don't recommend any of them, okay? Please try this one first. I do not think you'll be disappointed. A lot of people are a little intimidated when they see this because it's something they're not used to. But I can tell you that this is a lot easier to learn than you think, and you will not regret it, especially because one of the benefits of MyoLift and all of the MyoLift products they have, like the MyoLift Cutie, which is now sold out, so I'm not going to get too into it. They do offer with all of their products the ability to hook other things up to it. So for example, I can hook this eye mask up to my MyoLift and turn it on, and it will run a microcurrent treatment hands-free. Same thing with the mouth one, same thing with the forehead one, and they have, hold on, freaking gloves. My other glove is over there. I don't feel like going and getting it. But the beauty behind the gloves is that you have all the control literally at your fingertips to do your microcurrent treatment. It's so customizable for an at-home facial, for kind of like that self-care time. I'm telling y'all, I love every single product and device I mentioned in this video, and I do believe it is a combination of all of these things that have resulted in the changes in my skin that I'm loving so much. I will say they're all great, but this one is the one that I have been shouting from the mountaintops for a reason. So microcurrent as a whole, if you do not have microcurrent in your daily or weekly beauty routine, again, it is something you can do at a spa, but it is consistent. exposure and consistent use of it that is going to result in like this lifted, more toned, younger looking appearance. And again, one more benefit with the MyoLift is they have the erase feature. I can't remember if I explained this. Erase actually smooths out your lines, your actual wrinkles. I don't know any other microcurrent device on the market that is targeting not only loss of firmness and kind of the saggy kind of thing that comes with age, but also deals with wrinkles. I'm just saying, check them out. Everything you know down below. I think until like the first week of January, they're going to be running sales almost every single day. They're doing the 12 days of Christmas or something right now. So there are sales out there. There are deals out there. Please check them out. I don't think you'll have a bad word to say about your experience, because I personally feel forever changed by this particular microcurrent modality. Again, 70 Wellness, moving on. Let's switch from the more high-tech stuff and go to something a little bit more, I don't know, simple, like back to the simple times. When I first got into skincare devices and got to talking about them on my channel, I actually talked about facial rollers a lot because I had been ice rolling for a long time already. I already had one of the products I'm going to talk about today, and then another facial roller, like facial massage, facial yoga, all that stuff. Big fan of it. Totally going to cover more of this year. But I wanted to talk a little bit about ice rolling in general because this has become really popular this year. It's not new at all, but it does make such a huge difference, particularly if you're dealing with swelling or puffiness or redness or inflammation in the skin. You'll notice that a big theme in all of my skincare content is inflammation, redness, lymphatic drainage, all of that stuff makes such a difference in the way your skin looks. So some of the benefits of ice rolling are that they stimulate the lymphatic system. A lot of people, and I haven't tried this yet, but I'm gonna, will put their skincare on and then ice roll it. I've not tried it, but it was like, why have I never done this before? When I heard about that as a technique, it stimulates blood flow, reduces muscle tension, and you guys, I am the queen of carrying tension in my face, my neck, and my shoulders. In fact, I dealt with a horrible muscle spasm situation recently because of my need to carry my stress in a physical way. But ice rolling every morning has become one of my new routines. I have hot lemon water or warm lemon water, and as I'm sipping it, I ice roll every single day. On top of the other benefits that I mentioned, I found an article where Miami dermatologist Annie Gonzalez said that anything cryo, so ice, is anti-inflammatory, meaning it will slow the effects of aging, speed up healing, and can stimulate collagen production. Ice rollers might also help constrict blood vessels, thus decreasing inflammation and reducing the appearance of broken capillaries. So I love ice rolling, and the one that I've got this year that I'm really enjoying is the SkinGYM Ice Coolie. I have the one on Amazon that everyone loves, but this one's metal, and I feel like it stays colder way longer than the one on Amazon, which I will still link it down below, but spend a little more and get this one because it stays colder longer and it spins a little easier. It's just cute and pink. I don't know. Ice rolling has been a big fan of me. I almost said a big fan of mine. I've been a big fan of ice rolling this year, and it's something that I stepped away from. And again, when I returned to it, I noticed huge benefits right away. Next is the Refa Carat. This is essentially a facial roller. I have been talking about this thing since like 2018, 2019, whenever I got it. I stepped away from it and now I'm back because I'm trying to incorporate facial massage a lot more into my routine. I even bought a facial cupping set or whatever, and I want to step up my gua sha game. Like, I want to see where these different ways of facial manipulation are coming in to serve my skincare goals. Again, lymphatic drainage being a huge goal of mine, because your lymphatic system doesn't have like a pump to flush itself manually. You have the highest concentration of lymph nodes in your face and in your neck. So lymphatic drainage in this area of your face will produce some kind of results. It depends on kind of what you're suffering with, but for me, it's a lot more noticeable contours. My face just looks depuffed and tighter as a whole. But I've also heard Joanna Vargas, who is a huge, amazing facialist, esthetician, talk about how even with things like acne or issues like that, kind of manipulating that lymphatic system and moving the toxins away from the skin will help with that acne. So This is less about the Refa Carat and more about facial rollers and facial massage as a whole. Although I will say with this one, the benefits are that these little balls really grip on to your skin. Do you see how much it's like kind of, let's do it on this side, grabbing on and like kneading my face? It's meant to mimic the way an esthetician would actually do your facial massage. And this little panel right here is actually a solar panel, I'm trying to get some sun in it right now, that delivers a light bit of microcurrent to it as well. So this is not nearly as effective as like the MyoLift for microcurrent, but it's just a nice little added benefit of this. It's a pretty expensive facial roller. I don't know if there's anything quite like it. I love it and I've recommended it for a very long time. But if you are interested in getting kind of that massage and things like that into your routine, this could be a good place to go. Okay, this is my last skincare device. This is the Newa. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar with radio frequency and the benefits for skin, but let me tell you about what I know about it. Well, before I got the Newa, this was gifted to me as well. I had been hearing about oil therapy. It was something I was considering getting done at a professional level, like going to a med spa and having done. It's radio frequency and it tightens your skin and it's wicked expensive. Like each area of your face that you want to do is like $3,000. So I was not quite ready for that. But in terms of like my well aging plan, it's gonna probably look more like lasers and radio frequency and facial massage and microcurrent more than it's going to be fillers and Botox. Like I have filler in my lip, but that's it. I don't even have any Botox in my face right now. I'm trying to go a little bit more in this realm with it. So old therapy has been calling to me for quite some time. And when I heard about Newa, again from Katie, the organic esthetician, I'll leave her information down below, I was so intrigued. I have done 2 rounds of my Newa treatment, which basically is, I think it's 5 to 6 times a week for a month, and then it's like once a week maintenance. I did 2 this year, and my friend, when I tell you, the tightening of my skin in general was unbelievable. And it's one of those products and types of modalities that you will see the benefits of as time goes on. So even right after you finish your month-long treatment, you might be like, dang, looking pretty good. Just wait, it gets better. So I thought I would tell you guys a little bit about radio frequency so I don't mess it up. Radio frequency is a form of electricity that helps create a friction or heat in the cells. It is completely non-invasive and safe. And when the treated area reaches its optimum temperature, it pushes back together with your collagen fibers and increases elastin production, the protein that improves elasticity in your skin. So the Newa itself is actually FDA cleared and it is clinically proven. One thing I do want to mention to you guys, combining microcurrent and radio frequency together is like the fountain of freaking youth. I am going to figure out a way to run both these treatments in tandem 1 month and see how I walk out of it looking, because they do take a little time in scheduling, which is something I will say about all of this stuff, you guys. Coming very soon, I'm going to show you guys my glowy self-care planning system, like how I track the products I'm using and the techniques I'm trying to get results. And in that video, I'll show you guys how I intend to figure out a way to do both of these at the same time, because each treatment I mentioned to you that I do, they do take time. And the devices only work if you use them and use them consistently. That's the main gig. So all this to say, if you already have a microcurrent system at home that you're happy with, because it's probably the MyoLift Mini, then I would heavily consider adding radio frequency into your at-home treatment as well, because if you think about this as tightening the skin and the microcurrent as firming the muscles, like you're going to end up with dewier, plumper, lifted, tighter skin. Like everyone wins in that scenario. Like I said, I've done 2 treatments with the Refa. With Newa, I want to do it again, probably starting in the beginning of January. I'll be back on my Newa. So if you guys haven't heard me talk about this before, please check them out down below. I think I have a discount code with them, and I know I don't make any money off of it, but if I can find it, I will link it down below as well. Either way, I do think they're having a sale on this. It's like $100 off. So check it all out down below. All right, guys, those are my most used, most loved, most beneficial, most impactful skincare devices I used this year. I do want to, like I said, in the future, talk more about lymphatic drainage, cupping, gua sha, all of the things. I want to get more into that space of skincare because I'm very fascinated by it. And I will have more videos talking about other beauty devices later, particularly, as I mentioned, hair devices, because I know you guys want to hear me talk about the Dyson Airwrap, and that is coming. And if you have not caught my other best of beauty videos, they will all be linked down below. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, definitely leave in the comment section, and let me know if you've picked up any of these devices on my recommendation and how they are treating you. I really hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I'm fully looking forward to all the fun we're going to have in 2022. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!